Youth Secretary of Nagaland Baptist Church Council, and also the convener for the bike rally committee. Thank you all for coming. As we invited you, you are here. Welcome to NBCC complex. I have two gentlemen here. Let me introduce to you. We have Reverend Dr. Zelo Keho, the General Secretary of Nagaland Baptist Church Council, and also the President of Nagaland Christian Joint Forum. We have Dr. Villo, the Assistant Professor, and also the Academic Dean of Shalom Bible Seminary. He is the convener of Clean Election Movement, which is the noble initiative of Nagaland Baptist Church Council. The reason that we are here is to discuss and talk about the forthcoming bike rally. And so this should take us about 20 or 30 minutes. And so the preparations, the things that we are preparing, I will talk more on that. And Sir will talk more on the heralding thing. And Dr. Villo will talk more on clean election. So we can go ahead, right?
So you want me to start? 50 years of Christianity, the celebration that we are already in fact, because Obama started celebrating the event the beginning of the year. NBCC, Nagaland Baptist Church Council, also started the celebration as we entered into 2022 by way of preaching the same sermon in all the churches all over Nagaland. We have 1,708 churches under us. So we prepare sermon to be preached. That is to help our members to be prepared about the coming event. 150 years is a long history, and if we are to talk about it, we will have a long narration. But to make the story short, this is what I will say. We inherited something that doesn't belong to us, because missionaries sent by the Western world church were sent not for our region, but to cross our region to Myanmar, those days Burma, and also to southern part of China, targeting the Shan people. But when the navigation could not take them through, they stopped in Upper Assam, and from there the gospel began to be spread in that region. And in Sibsagar area, the first Naga, let us say, who took the missionaries to the hills, the so-called Naga hills, happened in that area. We have several people who were baptized even before him. But in 1872, the first baptized member, Subong Marian from Molongkimong, took the missionaries to his village. And the year is 1872, December 22, where the first Christian worship was held. So we celebrate that history. To be exact, history belongs to the Aos. Abam is celebrating. Molongkimong is also celebrating. And in between this celebration, the whole churches under NBCC is also celebrating. And our celebration is to celebrate God's faithfulness, the amazing grace, the amazing love that the Nagas of Nagaland inherited from the missionaries. So that is the event that we are going to be celebrating this year. The exact date for NBCC falls on November 19 and 20. We are inviting a few delegates from overseas and also from the region, and inviting all the pastors to be part of the celebration and to once again express our oneness. And the theme of our celebration is His story. 150 years history. The story is not our story, but it is His story. So that's basically what we are doing at the moment. The bike rally is one, heralding, saying that 150 years is around already. We are in already, and therefore we are doing that bike rally to let people know that the event that we are already that we are waiting is already here. So that's what I can say briefly.
Of the bike rally is, as said, it's for heralding 150 years of Christianity in Nagaland. And in that, we have combined a clean election movement, a clarion call of clean election movement in Nagaland. And so the convener is here. He will share the thoughts on it. So please.
Well, I'm thankful for this opportunity. The clean election movement is an initiative of the Nagaland Baptist Church Council, and the youth department is very much part of this, part and parcel of it. And the youth, as they celebrate this and as they participate in this bike rally, they are also on the lookout that we must take the message of the clean election movement to the people. As we celebrate 150 years of Christianity is what they have in their mind. And so we came up together with this idea. And as you know about the clean election movement in Nagaland, it started in 1973 actually, but then it took its strong hold, or it started kicking off very vibrantly in 2003 to 2008 and 2008 and 2013. And so actually today we are in this press conference, and it's not a new story. The clean election movement is not a new story to many people around us and to many of us. And so today we are just highlighting a strategy of the clean election movement. We have several strategies for reaching out to the masses, and one is capacitating, giving trainings to people. The other could be networking with people around us. The third could be mobilizing, and I think today's program is part of mobilizing the youth to be part of the rally. The bike rally is also part of this mobilization, because we want to mobilize young people to take the message, carry the message to near and far. So that is part of the strategy. And then we also have ritualizing this clean election movement, and that's part of preaching, part of worshiping, and also praying and fasting and all. Then the other strategy could be educating and reflecting. And so the education department is also taking this initiative, whereas we also are mindful about our steps, about our strategies, and we also have the strategy of reflecting back our own works, our own words, and also the deeds that we have done and that we have been doing for all these years. And so reflecting is also very much part of our strategy. And we look forward for very meaningful participation in this bike rally. We pray that God will God will grant grace and also safety to the riders as they take on and as they anticipate on this journey of taking the message to the people of Nagaland. So once again, thank you
For the bike rally. it's 150 years of Christianity. So to signify that, we are trying to organize, come up with 150 bikers, and we will start from Akuluto WSBK Mission Center, that is in Dimapur, on 31st May in the morning. And as we start a flag off program there, we will hold at Medziphema for a short stoppage program. Likewise, we will come up to Kohima and we will have a short stoppage program at MLA Junction. And then we move down to Chichema and we will have a short program out there. Likewise, we go down to Zunpa, the CRBC Mission Center, the Rengma Church Association Center, where they will feed us a good lunch, and we will have a short program at Tseminyu district headquarters. And then we move down to Wokha town, and we will have the same program out there. Then to VK town, and the same short program. Then we move down to Impur, the Abam Mission Center. We have chosen Abam Mission Center because Impur is the place, the mission center where Christianity was born in Nagaland. And so we will be there for a night. We will have a celebration program in the evening. And the next day, we move out to Mokokchung town, where we will have a breakfast and we'll have a short program in the middle of the town. And then we move up to Akuluto town. And again, we'll have the same program. And then to Zunheboto town. In the middle of the town, we will have a short program out there. And then move down to Satakha town, where the town church, Baptist church, will host us with a good lunch with sumi delicacy, smoked pork and akone. And then we move down to Mtsugo village. We'll have a short program. Then to Chozuba, the same program. And then we come here to NBCC headquarters for a culmination and Thanksgiving program. So that's the first June. And so in all the stoppage program, our plan is to have a short talk on the clean election movement, and also about the Christianity coming in Nagaland. And we are looking forward, the senior pastor of that particular place will have a prayer for us. And also the association have been entrusted to arrange a light refreshment for us in all the stoppage program. And I'm sure we are all worried about the traffic regulations. So we have written to PHQ, and so I'm sure DGP has taken care of it. And in all the district headquarters that we go, the traffic regulations will be there, and we make sure that we will not have traffic inconvenience, and the traffic flow should be there, in spite of the fact that we will have about 15 to 20 minutes program. But we will make sure that we will arrange ourselves that traffic flow should not be a problem. And other than that, we are having a medical team with us, so that they will take care of, just in case of any injuries, they will take care of us. And the NBCC office is preparing hoodies for all the bikers. In a sense, we will go in uniform. And also we will have a squad team where they will give us orientation and they will discipline us, so that we go in a beautiful, successful bike rally. And the other things, other arrangements, as said, the associations, 20 association and 4 associate members are taking care of our bike rally. So in spite of the fact that we will not be able to, go in all the corners of the district, but the places that I've mentioned, the 150 bikers will be all from the association representing. And so the route that I've mentioned will say that we have covered Nagaland, So that's the plan we have. Yeah, thank you.
Maybe you'll be wondering why the General Secretary didn't talk about clean election movement. I think it's very obvious. We have a young, energetic convener, and he has been doing very well. And we are happy with the movement that is going around, able to get in touch with the younger generation. Actually, clean election is for everyone. It is for me. It is also for you. Clean election movement is a movement to define our future. And if half of us can convince the other half, I think it is not a difficult task, because we tend to get stuck up with the terminologies and the usage of words. People say, "Why clean election? Why not a fair election?" What's the difference? If fair election can clean the system, that's no problem. If a clean election can bring fairness, there's no problem. So I think we should not have this habit of arguing on the main issue based on words and the usage of terms. I believe that we are all aware that something is not right, or many things are not right with our electioneering system. We all know that, but we are very weak. We are not able to take a determinative stand and decision when the time comes. We are talking about clean election. Everyone is saying, "Oh yes, this has to go," but the moment the time comes, we all shiver and then we drop down. But I believe that this time people are more aware, more educated, and they elaborate media and also the elaborate media coverage, and also the newspapers and people that did not take the stage. The last 2-3 elections are now able to take the stage and able to share. So we are hopeful that things will go well, and I hope we will all become an advocate and ambassador of this clean election movement, because it takes just only one election to build a future. And if this time, if we can tolerate, if proxy voting can be done away with, double entry of names can be done with, taking bribes can be done away with, I think we will be able to see a bright future. And we pray and hope that the media will give a positive involvement even in this. Yeah. Thank you.
I think I will add on, it is to bring positive change in our society. And the other objective is to adhere to the democratic principles of the state and in the country for a peaceful and harmonious living. And also the other objective is to tell the truth, to fight for the truth, and also to live for the truth. That is what we are doing. And I would like to also make it very clear that it's not an emotional reaction to any partisan politics in Nagaland. And so it is not against any political party, but it is a social responsibility that the church is engaging. And so we want to make it clear to the people that it's not a pro-political party. And then the other objective is the church is taking this as a social responsibility of the church, the organization. And so it is a spiritual battle also, and we want to fight it together. And that is why we want to call everyone to join us in this movement.
We can wind up.
This bike rally also. You are not touching the eastern districts.
That's
Why
right.
is that?
Okay. Yeah, thank you
You
for.
are calling it Nagaland bike
Right.
rally.
Yes,
But then you are not touching all the districts.
that's right.
You are touching only the districts which are nearby.
Right.
You are not going this far.
Yeah, thank you for asking that. That has become a big challenge when we plan for the bike rally, NBCC bike rally, because almost all the bikers are from the church, church leaders, church young people, and they are not professional riders. And even to go for 2 days is also a challenge. And so as we try to go around Nagaland, it becomes very challenging. So we make sure that the bikers are all representing from different association, different district, so that we make sure that even if we cannot go to all the district, the tribal, the district representative are there, the association representative are there, and this rally is not only the district that we are going, but it is being a concern for all the district. Yeah, that's the plan here. Thank you.
Another one on the clean election. As Mr. Villo has already said, it started in 1973. Because many of us were not born at that time. But they asked him, we took up the movement at 2003 only. But as Nagaland itself is a Christian state, as we call it, but still now the impact, we have not seen much of this clean election movement. Because we see that even church members, our own church members, are involved in this election processes in multi-purpose ways. They are in the current we see that every election. So how does NBCC, for that matter, or the CEM plans to go about?
Yeah, I agree with you. Can I
I will
pick up?
agree.
I agree with you because we have not seen a significant progress, maybe not a visible, elaborate progress, I guess. But slowly we are gaining our ground. I will not pick up the early 2000, but let's say 10,000 and beyond, up to our state, to the present year. I think every year, every time we are able to gain a certain amount of success. Maybe the story doesn't come out as we expect, but beneath the movement, there are also success stories that we hear. And these are becoming our foundation, our basis to build on that, to build on the movement and say to ourselves, it may be slow, we may not be able to see visible result, but certainly it is making an impact, and therefore one day we will be there. I think that is not just only a wishful thinking, but it is a reality that we are facing each time. People talk about the church used to start a clean election movement just 2-3 months ago. Maybe when we first officially started, that happened maybe. But the year after that, we started, let's say 6-7 months ago. At least this year, for this coming election, it started last year. But people are not able to see all those things. They just want to give the month, the date based on their own thinking. But last year, all the associations launched the clean election movement. None was left out. This year, associations, one association visiting another association, challenging each other. Now that is going on and it's about to be finished. The activities is now entering into the blocks, the areas, the sub-centers, and now to the villages. Committees are being formed. So those of us who are in the busy towns and cities, we feel that we don't see anything happening. But I think the effect is faced by the rural sectors, because the church is already active. That I can speak without any hesitation.
Yeah, I think when it comes to measuring the success, yes, we also must be concerned about data, facts, the stories, and even the stories about the failures that we have gone through. But we are not bogged down with the negative stories. And many times, many people are concerned about the failures. But for us, even one person success is a success story. And definitely we have faith, and we are anticipating that this movement will take on to the grassroots. We are also conscientizing each churches and associations to own this movement so that we take it to the grassroots. And that is one of our strategy now, to reach out to the grassroots. And so with that, I think we will see more impacts in the coming years as we look forward for the election to take place in next year also. And so, yes, we are also, as human beings, sometimes we fail, we are disappointed with the failures, but yet we are also collecting the stories, the success stories that will also have impacts in the lives of the people. And so we will circulate those in the medias, and also we will document it for the people to have the access to it. That's one of our strategy.